And welcome back to Gaming Over 50. And in this episode, we will continue what we're doing, trying to work our way to the fire station to make our main base and learn some more about Zomboid. Let's begin here. Okay, so let's see. I need to make sure I've read those books. Yeah, I read that one. So what do we have here? Rare? Yeah. Okay, so we're good. Now we have all three. Read this. Yeah, I read that one. And we go read that and read that. And then just fast forward until we've read all three. Now I've got a check mark, shows it, plus it shows already read. And we drop them. Get us some water, and then it'll be time to go to sleep. We're good on weight. And we're still losing it. We're at 77, so we're going to need to eat some later. We may try to make something. We don't have any meat. Well, there's a ham. Because we have a knife, steak knife in that drawer. See how it says steak knife and the ham fresh? It's in that drawer, so it takes whatever's in the vicinity. We can slice it up. And if we had bread, we could make like a ham sandwich maybe. I've never made one. I've never actually used sliced ham for anything other than just eating the slices. But as it is, it's 60 hunger, 1,500 calories. So if you slice it, it'll make smaller pieces, so it won't do as much hunger, so that way you can kind of pick and choose. So you got 6 slices at 10, so you can eat as many as you need on that one. So we will put that there. And as you tell, when you click it, all you can do is eat. Some things you can do right from here. Other ones you need to go to crafting and then down to cooking. So like cut bacon into 4 strips because there's some bacon over here somewhere. Yeah, right there. And you can do it right there, but not everything is like that. Usually whenever things are cold, that's how you know is it'll be in blue. And they're frozen. See, these are freezing. So hopefully they'll get there before long. And as they that's how you know if you're not sure if you're like middle of the daylight and you can see in here just fine, you may not have power. Look here and see if this is all black. And a lot of things, if you put in, like if I was to take a can from in here and put it in here, it would stay black because it wouldn't be getting cold. It doesn't need to be, so it doesn't do that. Yeah, let's eat a slice. $200 calories. Okay. Check here. Okay, we stopped losing it. That's good. Gaining weight, if you really want to, is easy. You just eat a ton of high-calorie food. Used to be in build 41, you would take underweight as a trait. Get your points, extra points to do a positive, and then just as soon as you find ice cream, eat all as much as you can. Yeah, see, agitated for some reason, probably because we're uncomfortable, very uncomfortable because of that armor, I'd imagine. Discomfort, see, it's in the red at the bottom. Discomfort there, that's not so bad. Discomfort that, but you add those up together, maybe, I don't know, but we woke up early, which is still fine because we slept enough. See, our fatigue is 0, which is good. You want to get as low as possible all the time. And there's our alarm. We didn't need to do anything. Well, we need to tear those up. Maybe before we move, we will grab that. we'll tear those up anyway. So let's fast forward, get to cooking. And our cooking now on level 4. So we need leather so that we can craft a skill recover. So we already have glue, that's over there on the pile. We don't have any thread, so we need to find some of that, and leather strips, and then we can make our journal. That way if we die, we can always come back and get our any skills that we've done, like the cooking, we would get that. But like, you know, the stuff that I spawned in with, the skills I already had from the character, we won't get. So let's go. I don't remember if we looted that house completely. Or not. Let's go up here and let's kill these guys. See, when I have no wounds and no muscle strain, I go out and kill as much as I can. Just because it helps. You need to heal. So if you stand on a zombie, they can't get up. So let's see, for instance, take this. Alright, let's rip that up. Rip that up. This stuff doesn't matter. I don't care for these jackets, so I don't bother. I just rip them up. That up. You don't need any of the other stuff. Wallets. This wristwatch is only for time, but it, like I said before in the first episode, I think, or second, it doesn't give you temperature or anything, so just don't even bother unless you, well, maybe in the beginning, yeah, you need the time. That's the only thing you can find. We will wear this. I don't care for these. Don't do that. So I'll rip that up on a belt. We'll wear that. And then just let these things go. If there's nothing going on, you can just let it go and it'll take care of that. So, check through them once again, make sure we didn't do anything. What was this? Denim shorts? Nah. Oh yeah, this is the one that had the alarm. Did we? We didn't loot it though, right? Yeah, no. Corned beef. Yep. Empty kettle, we already have one. Saucepan we do need. Pizza cutter we need. Roasting pan we need. Spatula we need. We already have those. The copper kettle, excuse me. The copper kettle, you can smelt it down to make a copper sheet. So I usually keep those. The other ones I don't usually bother with, or I'll just get one. Okay, we'll go ahead and take these. Take the freezer. Fish sticks, yep. Let's go over here. What's this? Puzzle cube we don't need. Nothing there. We will dismantle TV. Didn't get nothing for that either. Go here. Pillow, key. We don't need key because there's nothing there. Yeah. Okay. Now, I shouldn't do this because the door's wide open, but I will because we're here. X that. And already been there. We'll go back in there just to make sure because I don't remember. I believe we got everything. What? Huh. Don't know where that was. If you stand on them, they can't get up. And you can kill them as you need to. Usually I just go ahead and kill everything before I start doing this, but because we're there and we're facing them, we know where they are. that off. I don't need the rest of it. We know there's one back here, and it might come around. Jeans. And there's a good chance once it crosses, it might turn around. And while you're doing that, if you hold the right click, you can move. But if you move, you know, WASD, you'll stop doing what you're doing. Yeah. See, they're over there. He went inside. Rip this. Take the jeans off. That way I can always, when these things despawn, I can come back and whatever. Fences are good for combat because they have to get over it, and then you just hit them. Sometimes you kill them when on the ground with one hit, sometimes you don't. You never really know. So you gotta be careful. Ooh, leather coat. It's damaged, so we will cut it up and use it with tailoring. Come on. Go ahead and rip that. Rip that. Rip it again. Round neck sweater. We will hold on to that. Conditions down, but we'll hold on to it because it is, in case it does get cold and we haven't found anything, we'll have it. Rip this up. I'm not going to bother going back in there and killing that one zombie. If anything, once I get a car, I'll run through, honking the horn, and make sure, see if I can clear out the town. Let's see. We can drop all this stuff here. We need to hold on that one, because if I can find thread, we will use it to make our journal. Just keep all the food, don't need to worry about that. I'll go ahead and keep it on me just because I use it for, I have a belt now, so I can attach belt left or belt right. We will go left. Doesn't matter which side you put it on. That there, roasting pan, I'll put there, spatula there. Okay, now it's just food. That sweater and that coat and those rags, which take a lot of weight, but I like everything to stack up, so I don't want to have dirty rags and then clean rags. I just get them all, so I'll go ahead and maybe I'll wash them while I'm in here. If we find fuel, we can put it in here and take that car. Did I ever, no. I believe we got everything out of here, but just to make sure. Yeah, because I came out, went there. Yeah. Okay, was there anything? Yeah, jeans on the ground. Okay. We did that. Yeah, we'll go ahead and go in here. Just because we're already here. Broken glass. If you really want to be safe every time you go into something like this, close all the doors and then do whatever it is you need to do. And I could still get caught and die and killed, but for the most part, usually it doesn't happen from just sitting here like this. So I sometimes don't worry about it. And usually you can hear the zombie if they're close by. And come out and look around like you would when you first spawn in, because they can still see you through all that stuff. Okay. I have glass, so you don't. These are the same water cooking. You don't really need those. I will take a fork. And the whetstone, we already have a pizza cutter. I like to, like I said, have at least one of everything. Oh, and they're coming through. You saw me. I'll take the baking pan. You always need more pots and pans. Those are always good to have a lot of. And now they will come through. And I stay here, and they'll just stay on the ground. I'll go ahead and take this. Yeah, rip. Jacket all rip. Neck sweater. It's damaged. I'll go ahead. Oh. And we killed it. Okay. Jeans. Rip this, leave all that. Now I'll put sneakers on the ground. Just so they're there. So in case I spawn in this particular house, and I need to, I can put shoes. Shoes would be the most important thing when you first spawn in if you take deprive, like I did, where you have nothing. Because you don't want to get hurt while you're walking somewhere. You want to stay up, healthy. So let's go in. Then let us X that. And it's good enough. Go here, get out. And let's get out of there. And I don't want to pull up all my inventory from the base here until I've actually got the new base. I don't want to fill this car up with stuff in case I don't decide to use it. If I find something better that already has fuel. Some cars do, some cars don't. I just like to keep stuff where I can get to it relatively quickly. So like here, I may take all this stuff and move it out there to the street, but that's as far as I'll go with that. So that I'm not encumbered and I don't have to drive all the way back. However, because we are off back in the woods, it wouldn't be that big a deal. Because, you know, zombies would follow my car because they would see it or they would hear it, but they wouldn't, there's none around here. So we know I could run in, grab stuff, fill the car up, and then leave. She went over there, but that's alright. Let's go. Paperback. CD player. Okay. Now let's put this stuff in. This stuff will go, or this particular will go in the freezer. Yeah, we'll freeze it since it's already still from the freezer. This stuff we'll put in here. Pickles don't go bad, so it doesn't even in the freezer, in the fridge or freezer. But because we're here, why not? And beef, put that in there. Was any food back in here, right? No, but we do have pots and pans. So I'll go ahead and drop the fork in there. So I will research. Get that done, that way I know I have it, and I don't, in case I forget, I know that I don't need another one. Research. That allows me to make those. Then up here, drop this off. These, and these need to be washed, and we need more water. So back in here, we'll wash. I didn't mean to do that. Anything you're wearing when you wash it, it goes back on you. So that's why you don't see a tank top just sitting there. Okay, these are, well, I forgot to turn these on. Well, that's okay. Put that and that there. And so like we're tearing this leather coat up because it's got damage, and I don't feel like, and I need the leather instead of having a leather coat, which is one of the better jackets to wear, especially when it's not cold. But it's dirty, so I could just cut it all up, but then I'd get a lot of dirty leather strips. If you put it in here and you wash it, they will all be clean. So that way you're not having to cut it up and then go back and wash it again. You need to fill the water bottle to come back and do it again. So right now, we're just going to drop all that there for now. Tank top. All that's done. Okay, let us continue on around. I need to check my bat. Nice stick is good. We don't have anything wrong. Yeah, no muscle strain. Like, I don't know why tense just came up. Why stress is up there like that, I don't know. Other than I'm sad and very uncomfortable. Usually I'm only at uncomfortable, not very. Okay. Well, let's go on up. What? Okay. Let's kill these guys. Ah. Oh! Well, we forgot again that we got sprinters. See, we're hitting some trees. Okay, that's close, so be careful. Gotta try not to fly into the trees, stay out in the open. We're probably getting strained now. We're swinging a lot. If you hit a zombie and he falls down and the zombie stands on him, it stops them from getting up. What I recommend doing, the longer you stay here, the more you're nimble, I believe, or maybe it's light-footed, raises, especially if there's zombie. So what I do is when I'm waiting, I look around, zoom out, make sure there's nothing there. Once it gets close enough to get your scent, then move a little faster. And then I zoom in to finish up. Now let's look. Yeah, muscle strain, see. Eventually I won't be taking like 38 ammo. That one's damaged, so we will rip the clothing, rip that, rip this, rip that, as long as nothing comes up, because I don't like carrying some of my inventory and then when I'm supposed to be ripping it up. But because the zombie's way over there, I don't recommend anybody else do this, but because I played it for a while, I'll do that. Otherwise, like if I do a big group, usually I just take the stuff off, take the items off of them, and then come back for it. And like this, rip that. Socks, we'll go ahead and take another set of those. Formal shirt we don't need. Skirt don't need. Tights you can't do nothing with. Underwear, bra, same thing, you can't do anything with those. And again, oh, see, I'm already getting a bad smell, which if you stay here long enough you'll get sick because you're standing there. Because I'm here, it's everything except this dude. He's too far away. So if I come over here, now I got some of the ones I did plus these new ones. So that's why I picked that, and then it picks up everything that's close, that's in that same, from whoever that's in that same group. Like for instance, if I wanted these three things, I can pick them all, click them. Otherwise, if I just grab one, like in this case, it's put in there. So it's but like here, if I rip that, it goes to this guy, and then I have to go back to where I was at to see everything. That's the proximity inventory mod. So let's look. Well, sure, I'll go ahead. The only reason I'm doing all this ripping up of clothes is because eventually I'm going to need the thread. Now there's nothing left. That's enough I want. Sneakers, but we already have set over there somewhere. So that's already on the ground. Now we'll go here. this. I'm going to take another belt because we know I had to find the one. I'll take another holster. We already have the one holster right there. Shotgun. Take it. That was on his back. Rip that one up. Pick that up. We'll take the walkie. So you can dismantle it. Now it's here. This is all new. This version. Otherwise, you would just have to right-click it, and then it'll say the same thing, but right here with it. But we are going to, or from right here, we just have it where you can dismantle it. But we're going to take that with us so that we use it. We can dismantle it once we get our electrician book. Okay, just one. Again, I'm not going to worry about it. And I'll go ahead and get this guy because he's out. If you crouch and hit Q, you whisper, and it only gets people in the one area. While if I was to yell, it would get that guy plus that one over there. Okay? So you put that right there, and that's how you know you're getting him in the head. And that's where it does the most amount of damage. Otherwise, you're doing a little bit of damage. Rip this up, that up, rip that up. Yeah, like if there was a lot more zombies here, I would just take the clothes off. If not, carrying them with me. As long as I didn't have it over here, we're already weighed down because of the rags, probably. Maybe 51 of them that are dirty. Where did he go? Way over there? Oh no, he's right there. But I want to get their attention, so they come here and I ain't got to go running after them. So like, you want to do that sometimes just because you don't want to damage your weapon and then lose it. Pants for clothes. He's carrying a magazine, but we don't need that. Well, actually, I guess we could. Let's see. Boredom and stress. Our stress is still up there, but it's... And then put it right back, so we ain't got to worry about carrying it. Yeah, come on. I don't want to go too far in case there's more zombies out there. And the server said you have to pick urban focus so that they're mostly in towns and they stay there. However, I find that even if you do, there's always some out there in the woods somewhere because they wander and then they tend to stick together. They'll find little groups. And so yeah, you can walk through the woods and end up finding more than you did in town. Never know. Especially as sounds happens. Like if you hear a scream off in the distance, sounds like it's off this way, they'll walk around that way. I should have just dropped over there on the ground, kept us going. But I'm here. So we'll just do that. And I don't think we picked up any food. I don't recall. I'm going to drop this here. Put that there. All of this will go here. And yeah, okay. And back over here. Drop the rags. Belt and holster. Those are two things that won't really get dirty and change much of anything. But socks will. Yeah. Okay. Put all this over there. Drop that in there. Usually it picks the lightest items first, and then moves those, and then does everything else. Forward. All those are done. So let's see if we need to, yep, go and fill. Go here, drop these off. sad, so let's read a book. Read this one. There, our sadness is gone. Let's go ahead and eat. We probably should cook just so they're done. Or we get our points for it and then we can have something to eat. But no, ice cream, yeah. So let's look now. We're still there. So we need a lot more calories, but well, we could eat another one. It'll just make us fuller, probably. Let's see. Yeah, now we're going up in weight. And we're at 1,300 calories. Now if you sit here, see, you're losing calories, but you run and move quicker, you're moving a lot more. So you got to be careful what you do. You try not to ever run. One of the first rules of this game people tell you is don't run anywhere. I do because I'm impatient. And usually I know I'm not running into something. Plus with the journal, knowing I'm not going to lose all my skills, have to start all over again, means I won't just give up on the game. Which a lot of times you will. A lot of people do that. You know, you die enough and you're like, oh, hell with this, let's go. So, we really need a car so we can stop walking this far to get anywhere. But we need to find a vehicle that has gas and then get our gas tank can over to it. To either siphon it to get to this other car or to take that vehicle and be able to get more gas at a gas station. Gas station will have gas. So it's not. You can mark it in your settings when you create the server to be unlimited. Otherwise, it has a certain amount. Usually, it's random. And you can change that to be good or bad. I mean, to be lower or higher. And then some pumps at a gas station might be completely empty, while another one could be totally full. You never know. How are we? Okay. You know what? Let's move the splint. Okay. Now, do we keep it? Yes, we got a splint. Because if you create splints, you gain first aid. Okay. So we only want a few. We've got quite a bit, but that's fine. The other ones that haven't seen us, they'll stay. They won't follow these guys. They'll stay there. And just turn around a lot. Make sure nothing's coming at you. You try to always be moving on combat, but be careful about walking backwards. Like in horror movies, people that walk backwards tend to get killed. So that's why I turn around. You're lighting up, highlighting, make sure. And you hit them. You might not damage them, but you'll at least keep them down. See how I'm going slow? But then walk. Get closer, move faster. You can see my panic is up. See on the far right, the noodles. That lowers your actions and damage. Keeps your stress up. So you don't want that, but that's what my toughness mod is for. See, I'm doing less and less damage. I have a mod that shows me these health bars and keep them up, otherwise you won't only see them. You can also have it where it shows you the amount of damage. Sometimes I have that going, sometimes I don't. It can cause the game to lag. See, I can't hit that one because I can't modify him. Once you get muscle strain like your hands, that's when you start, stepping on heads. So then you can do more damage that way. Shouldn't be doing this again, but we'll do that. Pick the guy. That. take all of these. Take this. This. Take that. Turtleneck sweater that's better than a round neck, and it's full, so we'll take it. T-shirt we don't need. Coat, yep. Take it, because we can destroy that one too. Put that. Put that. Go back here. Excuse me. Put that. Put that. That. Okay. Long socks again. We'll take another pair just in case. That one. Short sleeve t-shirt we don't need. Shorts. Rip. Yep. Bad smell. Now what I don't know, usually you don't get that moodle for a bit after killing, and I wonder if it's because I have it where it sets zombies to despawn. Maybe because they know it's not going to be here very long, so it does that. I don't know. Jeans, t-shirt. But bad smell isn't all that bad for you. You just don't want to stay in there because eventually you will get sick and you will die. But it'll get too awful, and then something else, something make start getting sick. So you don't want to stay there very long. That's one reason why I have the proximity inventory mod, because it helps with looting everything. And then a lot of times I don't sit here and do this. I just take the clothes off, wait for them to despawn, then come back. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to drop it right here. Ammo. These rags. Splint. I'm not going back, so we're just going to drop this off now. Not yet, at least. Drop all this off. Only carry with us what we really need right now. Go on. And see, the other group of zombies, they've already moved off somewhere. Wherever. Somewhere off in the woods, possibly. And because that gun stopped, wherever it sounded came from, that's probably where they're going to go. See, he's wearing a coat. That guy's probably going to see us. So let's go here. We'll grab this. If there was a ton of zombies here, I would definitely say always kill everything first. But because... yeah, that's probably the one making the noise. I'm going to rip just because I'm pretty sure I can get this done before he comes up here. Oh, well, there was one there. See? That's why I recommend looking at it. Now, you see that noodles to the right, the lung one, means you are totally tired and you need to rest, and it only gets worse. We're also tired. So we need to kill these quickly. Probably already got muscle strain. That. Long gloves are good. Help with protecting your hand. So we're going to do these as quickly as we can. Don't need any of that. Can't do that one yet. We're done getting socks, but we can leave it there. Put this clothing. Box of 38s. Usually I wouldn't carry that much, but because we can take some of them and came with the gunpowder, which you'll need like to make bombs and stuff. They come in real handy. So I'm just going to do these and then get out of here. Because we need to rest. And up here, right past that road, is where the fire department is. So I shouldn't be running, but because I've already cleared this, there's a chance there could be a couple of zombies maybe. But probably not. See, we're still in bad smell. It lingers in a pretty good area. We will drop this stuff off to increase the weight, plus we don't need the stuff yet. I'll take that with me because I'm tearing it apart. That too. Rags. We'll go ahead and pick up this and these dirty ones. Well, I might as well get that one too, and that. All right. Now, if I wasn't next to my base going that way, I could run into a house, sit in there and rest. Sit down on a bed or a chair. You can sit on the floor, but I don't know if it matters really whether it's a bed or chair to rest on. To sleep, it is. Bed's always better. But as far as resting goes, I don't know. I think it probably is better. I get rest up quicker. Like I said in the last episode, this now will be an hour-long video. I'll start doing those so we can get through more stuff. But at least you can watch the shorter ones and learn a lot more. A little bit of carpentry. We don't have... We got rid of everything except for, yeah, this stuff. Dirty. We'll put those in there. Do that one too. This one, and that's the last of the socks that we're going to do. Here. Usually I do this stuff first, drink at the last. That way you can get the most amount of efficiency out of that. Because while you're sitting and doing this, you might be drinking. And then I'll wait, and if I get the empty, then I drink first, and then get the fill. But yeah, now we got 84. We got quite a bit, but you can use a lot to raise up your tailoring if you're using rag, which I recommend. Only use leather and denim if that's the only thing you have and you really need tailoring up, and for your own gear. For everything else to train, use rags, but you use a lot of them up. Same thing with getting thread out of them. 100 rags would get you, I think, like 100 thread, maybe a little more, I don't know. Excuse me. Yeah, well, now it's time to go to sleep. So let's do that. See, I don't think this is anything on a map, I'm not sure. Yeah, it's just reading. And then, you know, I don't think it did anything for you. That one, boredom and stress. Very tired, very uncomfortable. Okay, so we will eat, or sleep, I mean, and probably eat when I wake up. Sometimes on sleeping, depending on where you're at, you can like try to go to sleep, and like 10 minutes in, you just wake up, and you might be stressed out. And it might happen several times a night. Say for some reason, probably, like I said, probably because we're uncomfortable. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, whatever that show that was, we obviously are past the skill points where it's not going to do anything for us. Otherwise, we would have gotten it. And I do have some books which we might be able to read out of, but we need to get them. Not axe yet. No mechanics, not yet. Short blade, nope, not yet. We need to get those together so we can read them. But we need that base. Usually, see, this is a construction zone. There's a chance it could have some items we can, like a sledgehammer or other tools. Otherwise, it's a logging camp, so it's got a bunch of logs, so it's a good place to get logs and to make into planks. But usually, like right up here, this is all housing. Usually, in the fire station's right up here. So usually, I end up spawning in these houses along here. In which case, I just loot all the ones to the side and then wait and then come back to the back side of the fire station. You know, so I don't have very far to go. This time we spawned in down here. Still got one house there, and like I said, the school's over here. So, well, let's eat. We'll eat the popsicle. Give us some calories. We're still at 77, so as long as we're not going down, we're okay. Now we will go back and try this again. Take this little shortcut, go through here. And there's a chance that the fire station could just be full of zombies. Police station is across the street. It usually is too. But you never know. Fire station is where fire zombies and firefighter zombies will appear. The police station is where police zombies will appear. Usually not anywhere else. But wherever you're in, that's where the things will spawn. So if you're in a school, you'll get a lot of zombies with backpacks and school stuff, you know, Letterman's jacket, books. Where are you at? Oh, right there. I see you. I don't know. So don't fight near trees because I'll show you. See, he disappeared because I have a tree blocking me. I'm out here, and there he is again. Now, he can't see you either, but a zombie remembers where you were, so he will go right there. So if you're at a bush, you go through it, it slows you down. They get slowed down too, but it's better that you just don't go through it. All right, we'll do this V-neck. And if I had them, they're all here. You can tell that insulation and wind resistance, bite defense, all that is different for those. So the turtleneck, which is a new thing, it may be in 41, but it definitely is newer as far as Zomboid goes. Turtleneck is the better of the sweaters. I'll go ahead and take more of these. Cause see, I don't know if it could be the 38s you can't get gunpowder out of. I don't remember. But I know the 44s you can. And usually with my mod, I take off 357s because I don't use those either. I only use automatics. I don't care for using revolvers. The turtleneck gets damaged. Rip that program. Rip this. So I don't see it. And because we're on unstable, as I mentioned on probably in the very first episode, oh, there's a zombie over there somewhere. I just saw him. Go ahead and crouch. That way we can keep them just the zombies that are near us. A lot of mods don't work, but even ones I have may not work completely right because because unstable gets changed, modified by the developers. Okay. t-shirt, but we can kill this one. A lot of times like this, if you're going to face a lot of zombies and you know you're going to kill them, try to kill them all in the same group. That way you can come right here and check them all. At one spot. Plus, it keeps the radius of the bad smell to right there. Because even in a vehicle, you still smell it. So if you get around and you stop anywhere, and like if you're really hurt and you need a rest, you, like I said before, you can die. I've done that. Didn't know what was going on, but then realized, oh, it's the bad smell. Okay. Nothing down there. That goes to houses. See, housing over there. Let's see. I don't see anything yet, but there could be stuff all along this fence line. You can go over here. You can jump across this fence and check it out, but if there's a zombie there, you won't necessarily know until you jump across, and there could be sitting right there, and there's no delay on their attacks. You jump across that fence, they kill you right then, or bite you right then. You might be able to get away, but you're definitely bit. So we won't do that yet. Plus it takes strength, or endurance, well, not endurance, but it takes stamina, I should say, to cross there. So you can exert yourself. Okay, those zombies over there. These doors may be broken. I can't tell, or they're up. One of the two. That door is broken. So they've already been here killing stuff. There's a car. Those doors have been broken. Those windows are broke. So they've been here. Nothing out there. Okay. So let's go over here. Doors can replace these. Yep, they're gone. But for some reason there's no material left from them, which is weird. Usually there's something. Large hook and a wrench. Roadblock, that's nothing. That's like if you want to block off something for you had multiplayer. Otherwise they just get in the way from you to drive. You don't get anything from it. You just disassemble it. Large hook again. Lug wrench, you need that to take off tires. The jack and lug wrench. Then on the ground, what do we got? Ooh, a hatchet, but it's dull. We can sharpen that up, but at least we got an axe to be able to cut down wood, because we need to put something across here and there in these windows, otherwise zombies will get in. Anything on the ground? You have another belt. Okay, that's just trash right there. Firefighter t-shirt, t-shirt. See what I mean about firefighter stuff? This is the laundry room. I've never used acetone, but to make the styrofoam paste, but it's there. Got rat poison, so you can like eat that if you want to die. Let us fill a water bottle. Come over here, and that's the rag on the ground. Surgical cap. Nothing in there. They broke through this door. This one was open, so they didn't break it. Tongue depressors and tweezer, which you already have. Painkillers. These are broken, so those don't do us any good. And then here, let's see what we've got. Painkillers. Be nice to have some sleeping pills. More painkillers. A scalpel on the ground, which you could use as a weapon, but it's like carrying a really crappy knife. Light bar. So if you need to put one, replace one that's already on a vehicle. I don't think you can place one like a regular vehicle. Tire pump, you need to change tire or to raise up the tire pressure, which can make your vehicle move. Welding torch, we need that. Small hacksaw, that's good for taking apart gold jewelry to get gold pieces. Epoxy for repairing. This is where most of the gear and stuff at. Firefighter axe, good. Painkillers. Lug wrench, all that's on the ground. Let's go check out here. Sometimes you can find tons of axes. Okay, here we go. So in the game, as far as vanilla goes, the best set of pants in the game would be leather pants, which are very rare, but they're leather, which is stronger than jeans, and you can put leather strips on them to give them armor. Next to that is firefighter gear. These are the next best thing. So as far as something, and you can spawn in with like these firefighter pants, nothing else. But to get, I mean, firefighter helmet's way better than the helmet we're on. Doesn't reduce any visibility. Megaphone, you can dismantle it for electronics, or you carry it with you, and you can yell, and it goes louder. So if like you really want to know if you're around zombies, just carry that with you, and then yell. Look at that. We got a glass bottle of wine with a little bit of wine in it. Take that because we need to move it out of there. Everything else. Oh, and then trash cans can delete. That's how you get rid of things you don't want. Just throw it in there and then get rid of it, and then hit delete, and it deletes it all. And we got a chain, which is good with that hook, which means we can do a. Let's take the toolbox out, which means we can do a butcher's. Right? Electrical wire, good. Dirty rag, we already got some, so we'll take those. And another rubber hose and pliers. Tire iron, it's good as a weapon, or you can use it to install tires. Dispenser, you can disassemble, but we don't have the book yet, so we'll leave it. Wood splinters, junk. Straws, junk. We can, while we're here, fill the bottle. And because we're here and there's nothing else going on, I will do this. If there were zombies around, I wouldn't. Now, this room's nothing. It's good for disassembling these chairs and stuff to get some points. This is another, usually just for cleaning. All this stuff is junk. Padlock you can use if you want to lock something up in your multiplayer. This is usually my electronics room. Okay, tarp. I usually put a couple more, get rid of this, put in a few more shelves, some crates, and I put all my electronics, and then I disassemble them all at one time while I have a book, and then go back to read another book. This is the exercise room. Nothing, not going to do anything for you. You can dismantle these things, get electronics. Can't do that one. Other stuff doesn't. You could rest on this mat now. You couldn't do that before. Everything else is basically junk. I would dismantle that radio at the time. Put boards across there so that zombies can't see us. Close the door so they don't know we're here. Let's see. Tin can, rotten burrito, nothing else we need. Another bathroom with a worn axe. Okay. And then trash can. We don't need that. I'll just delete it for now. An office, so you can go here and try to find if you need pencils and books and things like that. Okay, hospital technology to get rid of boredom and stress, otherwise don't worry about it. I've never seen that before, that's new. These magazines, nothing. Staples and all the stuff you don't use. I usually just empty this place out. I don't do any of that. See, the bag has this stuff in it, but this is a proximity inventory, so because it's out on the ground, it picks whatever's in it. So you don't have to look at it. There's your dispenser. Right click on them. Do container info. Tells you how much is in it. Otherwise, you go to a drink, or you can fill, you can wash, whatever. Take the bottle out of it. Or, leave it there. Like I said, usually nowadays I don't bother with it anymore. And close that door because they have this. They can break through that. That's why I usually just empty this out. Block this all off. Front door. This is the chief's office. Most of the time there's nothing here. Okay, nothing. You got a desk. Yeah, there we go. Nothing inventory. Check the trash. Garbage bags, which we'll check. I'll go and take the tin. Delete that. We don't need it. Sugar cookie. Yep. Put that in the trash. I'm going to grab both of these. Rip that. Grab. apart these. Usually there's nothing. However, if you need like paper for anything, you can only find stuff. Then there could be other stuff. There's possible it could be guns if you're at the police station or whatever. But otherwise, with the welding torch, you can take those apart. Check this. Mason's trowel. Let's research. It's worn. It'll destroy as soon as you try to use it, so I don't bother. I'll wait till I find a better one. At least now I can make one. As long as I have the materials and stuff. We'll finish clearing this stuff up and securing the base later. Let's go ahead and go up. This is the living quarters part of it, and this is why I see all the windows. We need to cover them up. Another trick a lot of people use will take like a table and put it right here. Zombies have to break it to get through, and they will if they know you're there. Otherwise, they just kind of run into it and just kind of sit there. But at least it gives you a little bit of time. These are bathrooms. The door's been broke, so there could be a zombie up here. This is one of the rooms. Nothing good. Nothing on the ground. This case got nothing. This is the kitchen area. It's a carbon kettle, baking pan. That's good. Anything for food. Canned peas. Cooked. Sugar. Fruit juice. Beer. Beer at the fire station. Smirker's bar. You can eat that. Pretty bandage. I'm just gonna delete that. Oh, there's a zombie. And if you walk around near the windows, standing up, they'll see you. That's why I'm still crouched. Sweatband. Bookcase. Yeah, usually there's nothing. A lot of times food and stuff will be there. Oh, worn file. And then this is where the pole is to drop down to that lower level, except you can't use it. It's just there for decoration. What it is? Huh. Didn't get nothing. Alright, well, let me do some more water again. We'll go ahead, we'll eventually move these over here. But for now, I will, let's see, eat the sugar cookie, put in the wine, change that later, and nothing there. Okay, what's over here? Is that a kettle? No. Yeah, kettle right there. Okay. Then here's another living place to sleep at. Usually I think, no, that's right. Let's rip that. Go ahead and grab this sheet. Usually I only keep one bed. I'll get rid of the other ones, make some room, and this is where I'll put another door in so that can be safe. Then this is usually where I keep do my armory, do all my fitness. We don't need it because we're already past that. Fitness 4, probably past that one too. Whistle, it's another one. If you want to get zombies, you can whistle, and it's really loud and they'll come after you. See, for some reason there's always a ton of fitness books when you find them. We will wear these knee pads because they will increase our sports bottle. See, 1 liter, while this is 2 liters. So I look at that. So it carries more water, but at least you have it if you want another one if you need it. Flip-flops we don't need. We're going to add sheet here. Get rid of this one sheet we're carrying. Window, close curtains. Leaf strength 2, we already passed that. But I'll put them all together. This is changing room. There's nothing here. It's just stuff to get rid of. When I'm in here, I'll leave most of these doors open because it's not that big a deal. The zombies have to get past all the other ones that I close up. But just get rid of this one. We'll keep this one and throw it away. Put it in the trash. Once I secure it. Otherwise, while I'm in here, I close the doors wherever I'm at. Because I don't want to be in there doing something and a zombie just walk through. They can sneak up on you. Down here. I'm just going to drop stuff right here. And you can clean some of the stuff. Like, I'm surprised. We haven't been in here very long. There's already trash. Usually this stuff doesn't appear till much later. I'm just going to drop all the stuff off here now. It'll eventually go in different places. But we don't need it on us right here. And do that. But yeah. We can start moving things in. I'm not sure. I've never cleaned. Usually stuff where your base is at, it doesn't get dirty like this. But usually I'm already here. And I don't know. Probably have to find a broom maybe, and it might clean it up. But there are ways to do that. Flashlight, angle head flashlight. We need that. I'm going to put it in here. Let's see. Let's take the key ring out. Check it. Fire station. Bottle opener, we already have that. No, yeah. Taxi, that's might be that vehicle out there. I don't think so. Taxi is usually yellow. I'll go ahead and put the key there. We don't need this key because everything's already unlocked. But if something wasn't unlocked, you can use it to get in. Yeah, because that's not a taxi. But that also could mean that there's a taxi nearby. I don't know. Let's see. If you come up next to a vehicle and you have a key, it'll show you the key icon. It'll be colored in. This one doesn't. That's locked. That means we don't have a key. Yeah. Okay. And if I have my crowbar on me, I could pop it open. Otherwise, you would just break the window. And if you're going to do that on a vehicle, always break a window that you don't need, like say over here. Because you're going to be up in here, but you might need to be able to get out. If you get surrounded by zombies, you're driving, you may jump over here and get out. Wherever window you're at is where they're going to come to. So you might wait for them to come around, then jump out this side. So you never break a window where you're at, because they can just attack you right away. First they have to break the window to get to you. But if it's already broken, then they already got to you. You know, usually there's zombies up in there. There's zombies all around there, but see I'm sitting down over here. See? Sitting down the far left as far as I can zoom over. They're laying down there. And that could, but it's a good place to find cop gear like bulletproof vests and guns. Let's kill this dude. And then we'll start getting our stuff from the other base. So I'll take that. Oh, yeah, here. Jeans off. Residence, you never know what house that is, so for me, I just don't worry about it. I break in the doors, break windows, whatever I got to do. But if you were trying to be like super sneaky, like you had all sprinters, you may want to do that. Carry out the keys around you until you figure out which house it is, and then dump that key off. That, take that. Do this. See, the zombie's walking over there, but see, it can see you, but it takes a long time to destroy these fences, so it sits there for a while. But they can still destroy them, and you can jump over. I'll show you. See, if you're overweight or weak, a lot of times you can't jump over. You'll just sit there and try to climb, and you'll use up your energy trying to do it. So only do it when you absolutely have to. This up, put that one up, and rip that up, and let's get out of here. Ah, damn it, I messed up. I moved. Sometimes I do that because I get antsy. Won't have the patience. Go on, do that. Well, rags are easier to carry than the clothes. That's why I usually rip them up instead of just always carrying them and then washing them. Things like that. So you just walk past that one, there was no smell. It also has to do with how many. The more there are, the more. Like, see, let's walk over here. Yep, see? Bad smell. But now there's just a couple and nothing. But here, yep, awful odor. Here's a zombie. Don't know where it is. We're going to start with the farthest things. But yeah, I'm going to end it here. It's been an hour. And we'll get back to base here. And this is all I'm going to do for this episode. I won't do anything off camera. Next episode will be us getting the stuff out of this house. And getting moved over to the fire station. Then all we got to do is get our carpentry up to make walls and doors. Then we can secure it. And then we'll be good. Oh, cooking. Yeah, see, nothing but boredom. We didn't get anything out of it. Okay. Pause it right here. And we'll see you on the next one.